Welcome back everybody to game number 2 of the Join Dota League season number 3, a 2-game series between First Departure and Immunity Dota. Man, first game was everything but boring. It was just, we had double Rampage coming out from Miracle in 2 different fights, and just lots of back and forth. Immunity, they were on the verge of actually staging a comeback, but not quite. Double Refresher, one on Omni Knight, one on Faceless Void was too much for them to handle. But this is game number 2, guys. We are HeflaTV. I am Coacher, and once again I am joined by Mito. How you doing?
Oh my goodness, I'm still trying to recuperate from the first game. Man, there was so many times I felt like either team could have won, but so many questionable plays at the same time coming out. I don't know what to think of that first game. It was just a huge mixture of emotions, and I bet the viewers were kind of going like, oh, I'm going to win my bet, I'm going to lose my bet, I'm going to win my bet. It's going constantly back and forth until the bitter end, and eventually, well, First Departure took it home. Oh, game 2. Please give us another game like that. Man, like just beginning of game number 1, we're talking about please, we're gonna have some sick games, and the Dota God answered. Now game 2, let's go for it. Round 2, come on. Immunity, they must be upset about the first game, just not being able to close the game when they could have maybe had a comeback. Now game number 2. They got to keep up the fighting spirits. Sure, it's really tough to play 4 games in a row, but it's what they signed up for. And come on, I want to see the Australian spirit come out.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely want to show us and show the whole world, really, what they're made of. I mean, Australia hasn't really been part of a, or just part of a Dota map, so to say, for a pretty long time. And those players, under different team names, of course, have been the front runners of Australian Dota for quite some time. They did have a huge period of inactivity before they came back as Immunity. So they definitely just want to prove themselves, and in game number 2 they have the chance. Looking at the bans, First Departure once again banning out the Shadow Shaman in the first phase, but this time around we do see a Brewmaster for Immunity, so already something different.
Yeah, I'm really glad, like just quickly straying off from the picks, but like teams, Australian teams like N9, Absolute Legends, M-City, those teams, they were all respectable teams before, but it feels like they've never really been able to constantly, at a constant level, surprise the rest of the world, to make people feel like, hey, Australian Dota is at a place where people gotta respect it. They gotta view it as an equal, you know? And I feel like today, Immunity has shown me something completely new. They are able to contend with the top dogs in at least Southeast Asia. Man, this game, it's gonna be great, but so far I'm already kind of scared. First Departure, the first 2 picks are hella scary. You're getting a Doombringer plus an Ember Spirit up against Panda and Brewmaster.
Yeah, I mean, just the Doombringer itself already is such a scary thing against Brewmaster. Makes it so that you just have to kind of go for Blink Primal Split straight away instead of going for Blink Thunderclap Primal Split, and it actually makes a huge difference, especially if you can jump into the middle of 3 enemy heroes, for example. And if you actually have the opening to get into 3 enemy heroes, you're just so tempted to go for a Thunderclap first, but suddenly you might be looking at getting doomed immediately after. So it's just, I guess, risk and reward ratio, you have to balance it out yourself. But Immunity, go for a Skywrath Mage himself as the secondary pick, which of course is pretty good against Ember Spirit at least. But man, just Doombringer, Ember Spirit is such a great start.
The power of the red heroes, and then you throw in something like a Batrider, and then you have way too much ganking, no tower defensive abilities. Now, I feel like right now, jokes aside, First Departure, they're going to be looking towards some supports, the kind that can really help out in during the laning phase, because, hey, Doombringer, Ember Spirit, these are heroes that needs time to develop. Sure, these 2 can be really good doing ganks, but they should look for supports that can really clear the creep wave, because that's exactly what Doom is afraid of. A strong, fast, pushing lineup. Same with Faceless Void. Just don't give you any time to farm. Just keep going, fight after fight after fight, and that's exactly what Brewmaster and Skywrath Mage are good at. Now, if Team Immunity start picking up heroes that are good at pushing, to name a few, maybe... Well, I'm drawing a blank, but maybe you can think of something.
Nature's Prophet, possibly?
Nature's Prophet? Yeah, why not?
Go for offlane for Immunity, I mean. At the moment, their 2 heroes definitely aren't that great at pushing. Brewmaster can help out with pushing in a sense that he can just create a space and make the enemy team back off when he uses Primal Split, for example. But they actually banned out the Death Prophet themselves this time around. Death Prophet is really good against Brewmaster just because of the silence, which is a pretty long duration one when it's maxed out. But,
Indeed.
I mean, a lot of pushing heroes have been taken out already, at least the most common ones, the Death Prophet and the Shadow Shaman. And first departure now, banning out a Viper together with a Bat Rider themselves. So, what do they go for? Do they pick up supports now, or are they going to reveal their third core straight away?
Oh man. I'd be betting on them picking up supports first. But Mirana, that doesn't really reveal much. It could be a support, it can be a core. It can be mid, it can be off lane. Plenty of ways to run that hero. Immunity on the other side, well, I was just telling a hero just came to mind, but this is a hero that I don't think I've seen in the Southeast Asian Dota scene for a very long time, which is Enigma. It might not be the best hero to pick up either, up against these highly mobile heroes. And it doesn't offer all that much burst. And it's not the best hero to couple up with Skywrath Mage, but in team fights, I mean, it's good for pushing. And if you do want to push, and if you want to go for huge team fights, Brewmaster might just be able to create the space for that ultimate black hole. But nonetheless, immunity, they're going to be going for the Rubik.
Yeah, I mean, Rubik is good against Doombringer because it's actually rather easy to steal the Doom, especially early on when Doom's mana pool is so extremely low that he can't even maybe potentially go for level def afterwards, or just doesn't have the levels to actually have 1 point into it at all. Since Devour, you can't really use that in a team fight, and you usually use Scorch Surf to actually get in or once the fight starts. So Rubik is quite good, and actually stealing a Wraith Fire Blast, easiest thing ever, but Wraith King, I was a little bit skeptical about the setup, just they had Searing Chains so far for the Mirana Arrow, but Wraith Fire Blast should be plenty.
Oh man, we've talked about this I don't know how many times, but tankier teams end up, like, assuming both sides are even in skills, then it really comes down to which side has the tankier lineup most of the time. And so far, first departure, they're looking pretty darn tank. You've got Doombringer as well as Wraith King. Wraith King being one of the best heroes against big ultis. Like, you can throw your first skill set, you can throw down everything at me, and then I'm just gonna come back a second time round. 4 HP, full mana, just gonna go to town. So immunity, are they gonna go for something that can potentially do some mana burn? Maybe an Invoker, just buying those Necro books, or even a Quaswex Invoker, or are they gonna go back to what they did in the first series, go for a Nyx Assassin? Or are we gonna see a ever forgotten hero called the Anti-Mage? I don't know.
I have no idea what they can go for. I guess Anti-Mage might be a possibility. It's not
But
too
he's
bad
gonna
up
get
against Ember either. Just get the mana burn, Ember suddenly can't go away.
Immunity are in a tough spot in terms of drafting right now. First departure, their lineup is looking very, very scary. Their lineup can easily go aggressive. They can easily play defensive as well. And immunity, they go for a Troll Warlord.
Wow, that's definitely something else at the moment. I do like it in the sense that physical damage is a good way to just deal with the Ember Spirit, especially early on. But they definitely don't have the most synergy with that hero at the moment. I mean, Rubik and Skywrath Mage right-clicking faster, hell yeah, so scary.
Oh man. I'm still trying to look for the synergy though between Troll Warlord and the rest of the lineup. Like, who really relies on physical right clicks between the Brewmaster, Skywrath Mage, and Rubik? I just don't quite see it. I'm a little bit
Well,
baffled.
Brewmaster, carry Brewmaster in the making, man. Just SNY, AC, something like that.
Panda and Brewmaster plus Troll Warlord. I would love to see it work. It's just I can't get around, like, where does the Troll Warlord come in? It just, yeah, I'm drawing blanks right now as to how does he work, how does he fit? Is it gonna be a single core Troll Warlord? Because if it is, then it's so easy.
Shadow Fiend.
Even more fragile heroes with no escapability. Hurrah! Easier game for first departure. But can we potentially ever get a jungling Troll Warlord? So, like, go greedy. You know, grab another big tanky hero. Something like a Bristleback, just tank in the front lines. And just have to Troll jungle right from level 1. I don't know. Because if Troll is their single core, like, man, that's just so easy to focus down. All you need to do is get rid of the Brewmaster, get rid of the Troll Warlord, and then the damage is completely negated. Sure, you have the Mystic Flare, but how many heroes is that really going to hit? Ember Spirit, he's just going to fly with his spirits. Mirana's going to leap. Right now, all 4 of First Departure's heroes have carrying capabilities. And this is like the ultimate mindfuck already during the draft. I
It's the
honestly
pop
do
style,
fear.
man. Pick more carries to win.
Oh, they
Well,
had to do it. They heard your call.
well, at the moment, I guess it's like Doom safe lane with Mirana, Wraith King just supporting and roaming around Ember Spirit mid against Brewmaster or against Troll, one of those two.
Well, like when you have so many melee heroes, the traditional thinking is like go for a Clockwork or a Doxia, but I don't see either hero working out great in this particular scenario. Oh man,
So immunity.
some
What can their last pick be to just wow our minds completely, just mind blasting?
Enigma. No, actually, at this stage, they go for a Tidehunter.
Well, that definitely isn't any synergy with the Troll ultimate. Well, we'll see. I guess they do have a lot of team fight control, to be honest. Just Brewmaster, Primal Split,
I know.
Tidehunter, Ravage as well. But
I
first
have
departure, just bye. Yep.
I have found the synergy. Troll Warlord. That's the ultimate troll pick.
Oh yeah, I guess it is mean. To be honest, I have seen literally trolls that get stomped in the early game, but went for like a Vlad's Shadowblade build and were split pushing, just creating space across the map constantly, and by the end actually got enough items to carry the game. So I
Man.
won't say it's impossible by any means, but they literally have the troll for late game only.
Man, could that have been a misclick? Like, honestly, I just don't understand the troll at all. But I'm hoping that I'll be proven wrong in this game. Teams always experimenting with new stuff, always trying out cool strats, whatnot. Like, well, best of luck, immunity. Show us
Yeah,
how to
Just
play troll.
Look at who plays what as well. Godot. He's going to be a safe lane troll solo with balls. Actually, we'll see how about the supports, how they rotate around. But looks like balls will be a tri-lane farming Tidehunter on the aggressive.
And the GG is already typed right from the beginning of the game with an additional L.
Go lose. It's go lose.
Oh man. Good game, good luck.
Abbreviation. Yeah. You just take one letter away, man. It makes sense, man.
So much abbreviation. Alright, so down at bottom, well, let's quickly go through who's playing what. Immunity side, we're gonna have Godot playing as the safe lane solo Troll Warlord. At mid, it looks like Slicks is gonna be taking up the Pandaren Brewmaster. Wow, he even has a Quelling Blade to help him lane. Well, at top, we're gonna have Balls playing as the Tidehunter. Shaitan supporting Rubik while starting out with Boots. They really want to get the ganking going. And Risk, he's gonna be on the support Skywrath Mage.
As for first departure, Miracle will be actually playing offlane solo Doombringer this game, leaving Kai to play the support Mirana lobby on the Wraith King, with Tafa actually just tri-lane farming center against tri-lane farming Tidehunter. That's gonna be a treat probably, as the last one for them is gonna be KS on that mid lane Ember Spirit.
Oh man, it's a bit of a pity. If the rune had spawned top, that could easily mean some blood would be spilled. But unlucky for us, and lucky for I don't know which team, but the rune does spawn bottom, and it is going to be illusion rune. And look at the Doom, just miracle, just playing around with the illusions, using them to block. And he's going to wait for the 30-second, wait for this big camp to spawn, eat a big creep. Oh, and he gets the best one.
That's
He gets the
such a
Satyr.
good creep, man. Just the RNGs is already in his favor.
Yeah, oh my goodness. He is seriously one of the best RNG gods I've ever seen. It's like, whatever he asks the Dota god answers.
Yeah, and actually at the moment,
Speechless.
look at this lobby. He's hanging around mid lane, just making it so that Slicks can't go in for the last hits, making it so that Ember Spirit gets that slightly better start to begin with. And lobby's just once again coming back Slicks. He's 0-1 so far, and this Wraith King just keeps Slicks on his toes.
Lovey, because they can potentially go for a triple chain stun, but Brewmaster, as we all know, he is one of the hardest heroes to kill. during the early game
But
phase.
Lobby and Kite are going to run into Shatan and Risk. Who actually has the better of it? Arcane Bolts flying. Actually, Brayfire Blast used onto Risk as well. But Miracle gets the first one in the meantime as Arrow lands onto Risk as well. Do they have enough follow-up? He is still stunned up. The right clicks might be enough. Another Brayfire Blast Lobby. He's too low on mana. They can't get it. Shatan even body blocks just a little bit with his boots of speed, of course, helping out. And I'm a little bit surprised Tafa just didn't come in. Now he's going to come in. Risk, can he deny himself to the creeps? He's trying to the Shockwave. Not going to be enough. Tafa will get it to himself. So first departure off to a really good start. And Miracle, I mean, I saw him man fighting a little bit. I thought nothing will come of it, but boy was I wrong.
Man, that's just not something you typically expect, right? A Doombringer against a Troll Warlord. How does that even work? Like, where's the killing potential? Where is it? They must have fought to the bitter ends. Like that's only. Oh, Shockwave for the win. Yeah,
it's actually a really strong ability, but Lobby, he gets himself a haste from Slicks. Can he back off in time, KS? He's too low on mana for the Searing Chains. But is it going to be bait? Actually, they went in a little bit too deep, Slicks. He got away. I mean, if they had gone straight away after picking up the haste rune, Slicks actually went a little bit towards the stairs, towards the river. So that would have been the perfect opportunity. But top lane, Tafa might be in trouble. He got stunned up. He's brought low already. Balls. Gush was used the arcane bolts. They are going to finish the job. So they get themselves on the board. Man, just lots of action early on.
Man, I'm scared about this bottom lane. It just feels like another kill might just happen for some very odd reasons. But because Miracle got the kill, right, he was actually out of the lane for quite some time, and this allowed Godot to pick up a little bit more in terms of levels. So Godot, even though he got solo killed, is not too far behind in terms of levels.
Yeah, I mean, if you die really early on the first level out too, the respawn timer is so short, and if you have enough mana for a TP, you're initially not going to lose too much unless you're just getting dove under the tower and the tower kills the creeps at the same time or something. So at least that way it's fine. And looking at the top lane, 18-4 on Balls' Tidehunter compared to a 3-0 Tafa Centaur. So of course the supports from FD have been just roaming around, and even now they smoke up. Which lane are they going to go to?
Let's take a look real quick. It seems like they're heading towards... Drumroll, please. Nah. Alright, they're heading bottom. Alright, so Troll Warlord, a hero with no escapability.
They might go top lane as well. Tafa, he's in so much trouble. Gush top telekinesis as well. Risk. We'll get the concussive shot to follow up. Shoop is such an easy kill. One more Anchor Smash. The Hoofstomp comes out. Don't think it will matter in the end. Or actually might. Are you kidding me? The right clicks. One more. They only need one more. That's it. The Arcane Bot will finish the job. And bottom lane, they got the kill as well at the same time. And it's actually what? Skyrife Mage died to the tower. Rubik died as well there. Didn't Rubik die as well?
No.
I have no idea, man. I thought I saw more people dying, but it's Skyrife Mage, so first departure once again just coming out ahead everywhere almost.
Yeah, down at bottom, the dual roaming was simply too strong. Miracle really baited with his life. He was really extremely low on health, and Godot felt like a killing potential, chase after it, and he, well,
look at Lobby, he got the stun arrow. Will it follow up? Yes, it will. Perfectly done. KS activates his Flame Guard, level 3. He has the Searing Chains as well. Will use it. Slicks is not level 6 yet, but they might get the counter onto Lobby. Yes, they will. And Slicks actually survives KS. Activates the Invis, will get under away from the tower.
Kai. Is he gonna eat Arcane Bolt? Can he suicide? It's all about that one hit difference, but no. Risk is gonna clean him up. And that's why you don't try to jump Brewmaster. This guy is so freaking tanked, it's not even funny. He just stands there. He copped it all. That was triple chain stun, and he lived through it. And now KS, oh, he's in so much trouble. He won't be able to get out. The Searing Chain doesn't land on anybody. Oh, easy right clicks for Slicks.
Man, just the turnarounds from immunity, suddenly getting 3 kills and giving away 0 in return, and Brewmaster, he's level 6. Next time around the gank will be even harder since you have to burst him down before the Primal Split. And really without the center just helping out, the burst most likely will not be enough. Unless, of course, Miracle rotates in for a Doom. But don't think he will do that anytime soon, just wants to farm out the bottom lane, get himself the gold for his Hand of Midas and just farm away.
Wow, so like just earlier we saw first departure was leading in terms of kills by like 5-2, and after that mid dive, look at the board now. We're back to even 6 minutes into the game, and once again we have a very high killing score, hyper aggression games coming out from both sides. And Godot down at bottom, how is he faring? Wow, he is 0 for 2. So this Troll Warlord so far hasn't really been working out for them.
At least he's farming. He's number 1, 35-5 compared to 21-0 on Miracle. So he has been dying, but at least he's keeping up with the last hit. So unless he dies again, of course, and loses some of his gold. So it's not all a disaster for him here.
Oh no. Oh no, we have creep cutting beginning from first departure. This could easily mean by the next wave they will dive this tier 1 and try to kill the Troll Warlord. Are Immunity ready for it? Do they have TPs on the core heroes? Let's take a quick look who actually has TPs. Skyrath as well as Rubik's. So they are prepared. Should anything happen down at bot.
Yeah, and actually Balls can come in as well. He has the Ravage, he's level 6 on the Tide Hunter. So that's probably the biggest TP, and if he TPs in first, pops the Ravage, will buy enough time for the other TPs. But mid lane KS, oh man, he's going for the Searing Chains onto Shatan. He's under the tower, so should be an easy kill onto Rubik. One more tower right click will do the job, but Slicks, he has a haste rune, he wants to go for the Thunderclap as well, takes care of the Flame Guard. But, man, Flame Guard a little bit too strong to just burn through.
Wow, and if we look at top, what's happening to Dafa? Oh, he's getting silenced up. He wants to come back in for a 2-man stump, but he misses Risk. But Risk coughs an arrow to the face. And Kai, he won't be able to do anything because Balls used the Ravage. And now the fight's over and no blood is spilled.
The Ravage dropped the center down to 15 HP. 15.
But the Tranquil, the power of the Tranquil, 13 HP regen. Don't you just wish you have a Zeus or a Mirana?
Oh, Lobby gonna get telekinesed up. Can he get the stun up? He's silenced up. Stampede used. Can he actually get to safety? Last Arcane Bolt is chasing him. I think it's gonna go down to this. Bam.
Oh, he's definitely dead. 85 HP, yeah. And down at bottom, we have a Doom. Oh no, Godot, you're gonna die once again. Solo to Miracle, and that's gonna be Midas for Miracle. So despite the last hit lead, it's really not working out for him. Look at Doom. He is first place on the chart.
It has his Hand of Midas now coming out as well.
Yeah, and there's a bottom regen rune for whoever gets it. And it looks like KS is making his way there. Very, very efficient from first departure during this early game.
Oh man, this game just all sorts of action again. I mean, this game has the potential to be just as crazy as last game, to be honest, with the kind of lineups that we have. And they already start at the same way at least. But Miracle eats himself another creep from the jungle, and looking at the early graphs, 8 minutes in, it is about a 1000 gold lead still for immunity. XP actually still also 1000.
Bottom. Let's look at what's happening. Godot, he got Searing chained up, and Miracle's here as well. The double immolation burns coming out. Wow, he gets a lucky bash, and now the TPs are here. Slicks, he's in the vicinity, and he kills off the Doom. And KS, oh man, can he get away? His spirit is moving so freaking slow, but he's splitting in 2 directions. And wow, he gets out safely.
That was just such a huge counter kill there coming out, and of course just getting the bash on the troll. 2-second bash, such a long duration stun, man. It's absolutely sick, to be honest. If the troll builds up attack speed, or just builds up some damage, he can do way too much. And actually Shatan, not in the clear yet, KS. He's waiting for him, he's gonna pull though. TP coming from Miracle, does he have his ultimate? Yes he does, he's gonna pop it on Slicks. Thunderclap comes out from Slicks, Miracle doesn't want to use it yet, the Stampede to slow him down. Where's the Doom man? Waiting for it, Warstorm comes out as well, Miracle finally gets the Doom done. But KS, they need some help to bring him down. Slicks, he's a pretty tanky damn bastard on the Brewmaster. Auto-Phantom slowing him down, KS, he's gonna join it. Has Searing Chains, level 2, Sleight of Fist, gets the combo, get the kill. And oh, Shatan gonna get slowed down by the Rayfire Blast, got stunned Lobby, gonna body block him a little bit, and KS will come in to just ensure the kill. Another Rayfire Blast, and 9-7 overall for first departure.
Yeah, immunity, I think this game, what's really been holding them back is the picks, the draft. It's just, the synergy between heroes is just so simply too weak. It feels like, hey, first departure, they have the advantage in every single lane. And I don't know, I'm fearing for immunity, and we're only 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, the only positive they have is that Dafa doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet, so his farm has been just hindered a little bit, but he has 3 kills nonetheless, so has been catching up with gold a little bit that way. And of course was a little bit lucky to survive last time.
Dude, check out the golden XP graph. This is crazy. Like, this is definitely not how I feel this game is happening right now, how it's progressing. The graphs are just so even to the point where it's a little crazy to even think about it. And looking at top,
oh man, gonna get gushed up. Should be such an easy kill. Telekinesis, level 3 Fate Bolt. Actually, Slicks gets the Thunderclap, gets the stand up in return. Stampede, it was still on cooldown. He can't escape anymore. Thank God that they actually didn't pop it. One more right click, there's no escape. Actually buying some time, but goes down in the end.
Oh man, he was smart. If he used the Stampede, maybe he would have gone out, but then Shatan would have stolen it. So he would rather die than to give away the Stampede, and I guess in that scenario it was a very smart decision. But this game, how is this so close? Like, to me, it just feels like Doombringer's having a great time down
Just
a
look at the
bot.
last hits. It tells the story, I guess. At least gold-wise. You know, okay, I guess Ember Spirit and Doombringer are catching up, but Tidehunter compared to the Centaur actually Sleight of Fist catches risk with the Searing Chase, but Lobby isn't going to be fast enough. TP is coming in, balls. He has a Blink Dagger and a Ravage. Does he really want to use it? He's going to go in KS. Remnants out.
Oh man, he is totally baiting their KS. But too bad. Well, the Tidehunter balls really held onto it. He was like, nah, I'm not going to be fooled. You're gonna see my animation and you're gonna run, and that was a great call.
Bottom lane Miracle, Blink, Doom, oh my god, Stampede as well, perfect coordination. Are they gonna get the kill? More TPs are coming in, Slicks is there, he has the Primal Split, but Godot, I think he's just gonna burn down if nothing else, and Slicks, Thunderclap finally comes through, and Miracle might be the counter kill, uses the War Stomp, Blink, oh TP out, are you kidding me?
What a player, Miracle, holy crap, gets the kill, baits out the Panda ultimate, TP's out, oh man. That was like placed to the perfection right there, and now that creates so much room for his teammates to take the mid tower. Glyph is used, Tidehunter's coming over, he has the Blink Dagger, he has the Ravage, but where's the support? Oh man, this tower will most likely go down without any retaliation.
Yeah, just so many heroes went bottom lane when Miracle dove it, so... Oh god, I was totally expecting Brewmaster to just Thunderclap, Primal Split almost immediately there just to try to save or maybe get an eye on the troll, and just look at what he's going for. He has a Buckler, so this troll is going to build a mech for their team as well, it looks like.
Oh man, a mech troll, yeah, that's been happening a lot. I remember Virtus Pro using it a couple of times, but this Quelling Blade on Slicks has always been somewhat confusing to me. Like, what is the main purpose of it? Brewmaster already naturally has great animations and great attack damage, but I guess like there's no Fury on the other side. Why does he need to cut trees? Oh man, I'm just asking questions because I don't understand, not because like I disrespect them by any means. And let's see, it's kind of funny looking at how many tanky heroes we have in the game, right? Tidehunter, Wraith King, Centaur, Brewmaster. It's like when the chase is going on, it goes on for such a long time, and it's like, is this hero gonna die? Is he gonna live?
I mean, to be honest, that the biggest deal is that immunity. They got their Blink Daggers rather, well, with it pretty decent timing on both the Brewmaster and the Tidehunter. But just what they've been able to accomplish after that really hasn't been there, but it might change. Arrow will miss on this bottom lane, but 3 heroes are there from each side. Shatan does steal himself a very fair blast, of course, the only spells to steal from Lobby, who actually... He's withholding his point at the moment, hasn't put it into stats or anything. If the fight is going their way and they need the reincarnation, is actually top lane, the Ravage comes out, Mystic Flare onto 2 heroes at the same time, Duffa, can they take him down? Miracle is definitely gonna follow, is Stampede, the neutrals, are you kidding me? From this high ground, the trolls just with the ranged attacks, kill Miracle, he actually buys back, Duffa gets a blink and KS is gonna come in balls, he blinks through them, but Searing Chase onto 2 risk, he's gonna go down almost certainly. KS the Flame Guard is gonna be enough, no, the bashes from Godot, are you kidding me? He gets them again. As Duffa goes down and KS, he loses his life as well.
That was a keyboard smashing moment. That had to be it. Oh my goodness. If the bash didn't come out, that was a dead Skarath mage. But the Bash Lord strikes again.
And buyback on Miracle. Man, was it worth it? Definitely doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he had such a great start, you know, like getting the solo kill, getting such a fast hand on Midas, but that buyback, it wasn't justified in any way.
What?
And
What? No way! No!
You saw it as well, right?
No way,
And to
man.
hide his shame, he immediately eats the creep, or kills the creep.
Holy shit!
What? Oh my goodness.
Oh
What is
man,
going on?
just as we were like, Miracle, what a player from those bottom lane plays. He buys back for nothing and then does that.
He's the real MVP, man. Dude.
I'm speechless at the moment. I'm absolutely speechless.
I need a little time to breathe.
Ooh,
I
my
think he
brain,
just
my
wants to-
brain literally also just ran out of oxygen from that. But FD, space created, man. Tier 1 tower bottom lane probably theirs. Unless balls, he comes in. He doesn't have the Ravage though at the moment. 50 seconds on cooldown. But I want to look at the graphs again now after the last exchanges. And it's still about 1,000, a little bit extra in the gold lead for first departure. XP actually pretty much zeroed out now after that last engagement. So,
Yeah, I mean,
and actually Godot, does he have his mech finished? Yes, he does.
this is a game where immunity actually needs to be very far ahead, because as the game progresses, their carrying potential is nowhere near, like, it's nothing compared to First Departure. And one of the downside, immunity, they need to be able to take towers, but they don't have the guys for it. The best one is probably the Troll Warlord, who has built a mech, and this in no way helps his sieging. Sure, you might get a little bit more EHP, but the burst from First Departure is more than enough to take you down.
Yeah, and so far Dafa actually got his Blink Dagger as well, I think like 2-3 minutes ago. He did use it in the last fight. Didn't of course end up with them getting any kills or anything. And look at this bottom lane, TPs are already coming in. They are hiding themselves, balls, he has the Ravage. Man, First Departure, you can feel them wanting this tower, it's so low. 4 heroes rotating in, but Miracle, he's not around. The Doom is not any risky, he's gonna go, oh, they popped the Ravage, Mystic Flare onto KS. 1 hero down, Stampede just isn't enough anymore. And Stampede got stolen as well. Slicks. Oh, Blink Thunderclap bleep out from Kai. He's gonna be enough. They use the Stampede. They're gonna get the Mirana as well. The right clicks coming, but Dafa, nice 2-man hoof stomp. He's gonna go for the TP out, gets telekinesed, and 3 kills just given away.
And Miracle with his Doom. His Doom is off cooldown finally, but there's only 2 people alive right now. Where is the Wraith King? What is he doing? He is just having a good time in the jungles. He doesn't even learn his reincarnation, and he sees the courier and he decides to run. Instant TP out. Man, I think we need a moment of silence for that creep at top that got doomed.
Oh wow, this game, man, Immunity, once again they're just biding their time and waiting for opportune moments when to just defend. I mean, in the last game we saw them defending high ground and just getting the fight from there. And this time around it's just slightly similar. They were defending also a tower this time around and just getting the jump on First Departure, and especially just blowing up the Ember Spirit before he got anything off.
Oh man. Immunity though, that's like one of the scariest thing about that lineup is those big ultimates. As we saw, the Skywrath Mage plus a Tidehunter, Ravage plus... Suddenly I forgot what the skill is called. The Mystic Flare. Well, that just came from memory, yeah. And every time they have the ultimate, they need to make good use of it, because with every failed ultimate, that just means more room, more space for First Departure, and now they're coming in a very quick blink away from Tidehunter. And down the bottom, what is going on? Nothing. Nothing. That
Man,
was just...
You got me hyped for nothing here, but they do smoke
that was
up.
just a hype for nothing.
Because
we have a troll, bro. We need to have a trollish attitude.
They might get slicks though if they have vision of him. Man, even the daytime vision was a little bit off, I guess.
And a huge line drawn across the minimap as the smoke train is going towards top, and they're gonna go for Balls. And Balls has just bought a stick.
Oh man, this... Actually, Drum's gonna be finishing the troll as well. Double smoke, but they will find Balls. Just tuned up. Even Stampede used for that. Maybe not too necessary, but... Miracle is actually going for a BKB almost straight out after the Blink Dagger. He just wants to be able to stand and deliver in the fights.
Yeah, why not? Because there's no physical damage from immunity. Everything is magical based. And if he gets BKB, who can stop him? I mean, sure, Doom has one of the lowest armor in the game, but in this game, it doesn't really... He's not really affected.
I'm reading the chat. He doomed the creep because the creep was about to chrono him.
3-2-2 creep.
But looking at the graphs again now, gold is just 100% zeroed out. It was a tower trade at the moment as well on top of it. XP is actually 1,500 in Immunity's favor at this point in time, just thanks to the last couple of fights. And I mean, First Departure, yes, they have the carry potential, but Ember Spirit, he's not getting too much accomplished. His Battle Fury is still a whole perseverance away. Of course, Doom is just farming like an animal thanks to the Midas as well as the Devour, but that's just a given.
Hey, do you think that's potential Dota Cinema fail of the week material? Dooming a creep. Oh, that creep is devastating, right? Like he's gonna, if we don't kill that creep, he might just kill our entire team.
Yeah, it might be up there at the very least, if not completely just worthy. I saw yesterday in a game where a Nature's Prophet tried to TP away, and let's say he was like here, and he TP'd
that was Cleave.
far.
That was Cleave. I remember that game against Navi.
That was just what?
Panic TP.
But Lobby has the Blink Dagger as well. He can initiate them with the Wraith King. He is actually level 9, but Reincarnation still has the same effect. Actually, he's gonna go and get the stun out to go as well, but he gets telekinesis immediately stunned up. But there's Miracle, he dooms up balls, no Ravish coming up, but Slicks, he's there to Thunderclap. They use the Mystic Flare as well. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but one was only a Reincarnation go that he's gonna go down to the right click lobby. He's just standing strong. And they're even gonna go for the Brewlings next. 2 for only a Reincarnation at the moment. And Miracle, he wants to get more. Oh, he gets the blink out before the stuns, but Lobby might go down. One more right click magic stick, he keeps himself alive. As nice stun by Duffa coming in, double Ace to follow. Arrow actually doesn't even hit because the just target dies, but Shatan, a few more right clicks as Duffa goes down to Slicks. Buyback from balls. So in the end, first departure they went a little bit too far and ended up as a 3-for-2 trade, but buyback was there on Tidehunter.
Yeah, right now, Tidehunter, he held on to the Ravage, but that buyback really sets his Refresher Orb back by quite a bit. I feel like time is starting to run short for immunity. They really need to find those openings. They really need to start taking those tier 2s. We're looking at a 5-man late game lineup from first departure, to the point where, I mean, Centaur Warrunner, this hero can even carry the team late if necessary, you know? Like, every single hero has the potential to become something big, and they are getting there. I mean, slowly but surely. This Doombringer, he's running a Hand of Midas. Who has a Hand of Midas on the side of immunity? Nobody. Time is definitely starting to run out for them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they still have at least a solid 10 minutes, I think, unless they just completely start throwing a spot on KS. He is on the hunt. He's gonna find Shatan and Risk together. Actually, nope, he gets telekinesis stunned up as well. He got the Flame Guard off before, though the Ravage used Mystic Flare as well. They just commit everything to get the kill, and Arrow, what? It just went through Risk and Shatan there.
Yeah, but that's one of the worries. When you have to blow all of your big ultimates on one hero, and there's still 4 other heroes farming on the map. They expended the Mystic Flare, they used the Ravage, and that was a 3-man gank. Whereas, look at it, the Centaur is farming mid, the Doom is farming top, and you only need the Wraith King and the Mirana, who are the 2 supports to defend the tier 2 tower.
Well, it's definitely going to be a little bit difficult, but they're just, I guess, buying time for themselves at the moment. They're like, yes, if you use Ravage to get the solo kill and just stop or shut down the Ember Spirit, because he is still yet to get his Battle Fury, and before he gets that, he doesn't actually farm that fast at all. So he might not be too big of a threat, unless he just starts racking up kills, gets the Battle Fury and starts flash farming, kind of.
Oh man, now we have the Ember Spirit coming back to bottom again. Well, his Battle Fury just got stalled by a little bit more. Just now he had the money for at least either a Ring of Health or a Void Stone. And now look at it. Quite a setback, to say the least.
Yeah, but they will get the tier 1 tower by the looks of it, immunity. Without the Ravage, they really don't want to just commit to it. And of course, there's always a threat of the Doombringer potentially being able to doom up the Tidehunter, so no Ravage will come out like we saw at the tier 2 fight, tier 2 Dire on this bottom lane. But Miracle...
And now, 4-man smoke. Who are they gonna find? Shatan. He is fairly close, but runs to safety under the tier 2 tower. Or is he? Shatan, no. Did you turn around? Are you gonna scout out all the smoke? Oh man, he sees everybody. He gets arrowed up and Stampede. Well, not Stampede. Hoof Stomp. Sealed his fate.
Well,
but
to be honest,
I think it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you there. It's just a smoke used, and it's always better that the support just take the brunt of it than a core hero. Just the others are farming up reasonably well at the same time. But from this now first departure, are they finally gonna go for Roshmin? They have the Medallion of Courage and Kai. So the minus armor is there, and actually KS with the tower going down and with the assist for the kill here. They do have, or he has his Battle Fury finally finished. And Roshan, it shouldn't take too long for them to just bring it down. I think 4 points into the Vampiric Aura as well.
Oh man, right now,
look at where Miracle is.
Exactly, this guy is crazy. His 1-man army style. But he is definitely quick on the quick on the skills. That blink was extremely fast. He turns around, instantly dooms up balls, but he is up against a 1-on-5. But his teammates come in at the right time. Moonlight Shadow is on. What is happening? The mech is used, and everybody is in a cluster. Wow, the Troll Warlord. What is he doing with the rolling axe? But what happened to all the damage? It's taking so long for immunity to do anything. Daffa is the first casualty from first departure, and now what's happening? Doom is getting cycloned up. Kai is back in the fight. Lubby getting stunned up. He's gonna die, but he has 2 lives. And now Slick, he won't be able to get away. Not when Lubby's around with a full second life. And now this will be a team wipe for immunity.
that fight just coming out at the moment from first departure was absolutely sick. Miracle, I mean, it was definitely not intentional for him to bait the fight, I think, but once the concussive shot landed, they knew that there was no running away from him. Just turn around, BKB, Doom up under Tidehunter, make sure there's no Ravage, and Immunity, they actually came in and Troll, he ran into a 5-second arrow coming out from the Mirana. That kind of sealed the fate. If he was able to just right click away Miracle, 100% would have died there. But not to be, and he just even got follow-up stunned. He did take a really long time to actually die. So first departure, they don't really have too much burst damage yet, or just carry potential. But in the end, they were just able to stay around for long enough, and man, just what a fight it was. 1-4-4, I think it was.
Oh man, I was so confused in that fight because it felt like everybody was just so freaking tank. Like this guy looked like he was gonna die, but he was life stealing. This guy has Scorcher, that guy has 2 lives.
But they are pretty damn tanky, to be honest. I mean, Mirana, yes, she's squishy, but she's not gonna join the middle of the fight anyway.
Oh man, that was like a ultimate mindfuck, a cluster of fucks in general.
By the way, is it gonna come down to the tankier lineup wins?
I'm pretty certain of it. Like that's always been the golden rule, right? Like we looked at TI4, we looked at so many tournaments, and that rule still holds true. I mean, it's never really changed. 75% win rate.
Oh, and look at the graphs now. Gold graph suddenly is 5,000, a little bit extra in the favor of first departure, and XP about 7,500, just skyrocketed from 0 pretty much. So they are now in a pretty solid lead. KS just keeps on farming away. Now we'll have his Crystallis finished soon enough on the Ember. And Doombringer, he has his Shiva's card now on top of his BKB. So he's gonna be extremely tanky against physical damage as well as magical damage. He just won't care at all unless he gets stunned before he gets to pop it. Then yes, they can still burst him down potentially with that Mystic Flare, but even then might be a little bit difficult.
Oh, now we have a scare moment. Miracle, he has an Invis rune. He's gonna run into plenty of heroes, but Brewmaster just bought a gem and is flying it on the courier. Oh man, this is intense. Oh, they popped the dust! Holy crap, Miracle, him and his YOLO swag. Oh man. But he knows there's nothing first Immunity can do to him if he just decides to turn on his BKB and TP out, and that's like one of the things that they love to do, you know, like anytime you're in trouble, BKB TP.
Wow, this game is looking so damn good for first departure. I mean, I literally thought that even with Immunity's rather peculiar lineup, that they stood a pretty legitimate chance, especially after a couple of fights that they took. But first departure, they kind of regained their composure, I guess. And Miracle, he's still hanging around. He's gonna spot Risk. Oh, Doom committed Stampede. Use Shiva's card as well. Miracle gonna get stunned up.
It's gonna BKB TP.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Bash, go down.
Oh man, Golda unlucky. No bashes came out of him, but that is typical Miracle style. Just going in for a quick kill, BKB TP out. And his teammates is gonna make good use of this time. First departure, our two-man train. Just Dafa and KS gonna start chipping away at the mid tier 2, while the Wraith King Lobby is gonna chip away at the bottom tier 2. And how is Immunity gonna respond? A couple of TPs back home. Who do they find? They see Miracle, and now Storm's. No. Panda and Brewmaster uses his ultimate, and he stuns on Miracle. The Ravage is used. Dafa turns on his BKB, goes for the 2-man double edge. Oh, tons of damage has been dealt, and Miracle continues his run. And this Brewmaster seems like he's in a lot of trouble. Man, he's surrounded by 4 people. Can he get away? It seems hard to stop misses, but Ember Spirit is here, and the Searing Chains guarantees there was absolutely no way for him to run.
I mean, even without the BKB, Doombringer just didn't die. Of course, they didn't have the Mystic Flare anywhere near either, but the turnaround from first departure just... They're coming in, guns blazing. Dafa shows off his new BKB as well, just gets the hoof stomp before the Ravage came out, I do believe. In case he wants to go for more Risk or Shutdown, who's it gonna be? Telekinesis comes out, what does he steal? Actually, Remnant stolen by Shutdown. He had Haste to Stampede or Risk. Oh man, you are dead, 100%. I do believe that he gets the slow, but Searing Chains, double edge.
Wow, Risk. He took a risk going out to plant some wards, and the risk was too great.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But Kai actually has finished up the mech. I finished it like a minute, maybe 2 minutes ago. But tier 2 tower most likely will fall. Miracle has his Doom back up and available. Even has another Blade Mail in the stash, so going for the Assault Kuras for their team. And this will be tier 2, they are just pulling farther and farther ahead at this point in time. Man, even Lobby and the Wraith King can just transition into a semi-carry at some point.
Oh man, this is crazy. First departure, they are ready for the tier 3. But our Tidehunter does not have the Ravage. This could mean Immunity is in a lot of trouble. Without the Ravage, how are they going to defend the high ground? Panda and Brewmaster's ultimate is on a cooldown as well for another 13 seconds.
Arrow will not land on anybody. They did some actually considerable damage onto Miracle, to be honest. I don't think they have an urn on anybody. Nope, they do not, so... Actually, for that aggressive, I think having an urn will always be worth it, but Kai, he went for the medallion instead, which I can also understand, especially being on the dire side. Just wanting to get the faster and earlier Roshan. But urn...
Indeed. Urn is such a great item to have. But first departure, they're in no hurry to actually go on a tier 3. They just need to farm out the late game, and then pretty much it's gonna be smooth sailing from then on.
And another tier 2 falls. Only one outer tower remaining, and actually Daedalus will be finished for Ember Spirit with this now. Has the Demon Age already on the courier as well. Just the damage keeps on harassing. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains constantly thrown out. 30 seconds on the Aegis though only, so do they really want to commit here? I guess they do! The Ravage Miracle might go down! The Mystic Fairy gets the BKB, just barely Stampede to get him back to safety. As now Lobby, he joins the fight, Blink stun up onto Godot. Can they bring down the troll? They most likely can, and indeed. He finally goes down, Reincarnation popped, everybody's slow, Chatan. Just can't run away, as I don't think Falls can neither. So it's a 3-for-0 exchange, just for an Aegis Slicks though. Ember, his ultimate ends stunned up. Will they have enough stun lockdown? I do believe they will. Brayfire Blast, War Stomp at the same time from Miracle Double Edge to ensure the kill. And a 4-for-0 exchange.
Oh man, too many tanky heroes. And right here, Slicks calls a GG. They realize they can no longer fight in this game. And Skywrath just goes in for fun.
It's like,
like
guys,
why not?
Take a team wipe to finish the game.
Oh man,
what games those were indeed. And actually, I guess I might even keep the stream running until the next game, which should be 14:30. Mineski versus somebody? Mineski versus First Departure. Right, yo. So it should be coming up in 1 hour and 15 minutes, unless they want to start it early, since this game didn't last all too long. But whatever the case may be, guys, thanks so much for actually tuning in and just supporting us, watching us. I do hope you enjoyed, and of course, if you did, you can always just follow us for further information on this channel, as well as HeflaTV1 and HeflaMoke for Twitch, and our social media, Facebook, Twitter, HeflaTV for both. The links are below the stream, and these VODs, game number 1 already uploaded, already processed, and game number 2 will be uploading just shortly as well after this. It's youtube.com/HeflaMoke. And of course, Mito, thanks for casting with me, and any last words?
No, such a good game. Well, actually, no, the game 1 was a really good game, but...
Okay, guys,
just,
so...
nothing much to say, I suppose.
Wrap it up, just... I'm gonna keep the stream running for the hour, just in case they maybe start earlier and whatnot, but... Once again, guys, much appreciated that you tuned in, and hope to see you more in the future.